Maybe I can stay and find some other nice people who will like me and accept me for who I am. Trust in your spirit, yes.
All right, Khan. All right, let's see. Khan. All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and most, I want to give all praise unto Abanawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hawakakwadash. Double honors be to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us the truth through the spirit, peace, and much love, and salutations to us for Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you all the children of Israel, quote this Bible. How time got to sleep? Your 2022 Hazel for Yahweh Shai. All right, and now this video is gonna be basically, about what the leader of isupk said. All right, General Yohana, basically saying that he commends. Slide me 1 second. Basically saying that he's commending that Chris Rock should fuck Jada Pinkett, right? And this man's a leader in Israel. This man has a whole entire flock he leads. So we all know what's going up in the ISUPK, a whole bunch of fucking adultery. So Yahweh Shemar Shalom going to destroy the ISUPK because them niggas are obviously wicked. All right, because for you to be a leader, you said shut the at your mouth to telling your men that under your guidance, you'd have told Will Smith to fuck his wife. Tell Chris Rock to fuck Jada Pinkett, which you're clearly going off in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make this video too long, but it's gonna be real quick to the point. It's Proverbs 16:32. Whosoever committeth adultery with a woman lack understanding, and he that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. So for you, so that means you lack understanding, and I'm pretty Johnny Yohana's supposed to be in the truth for a very long time. He goes back to 1 West. So you lack, bro. The Most High, Yahweh Shemar Shai, is not dealing with you, man. Like the Most High gonna destroy that nigga and his whole congregation, because why would you know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck would you say that in the first place? But Proverbs 16:32. And you obviously don't read the scriptures. Then now it's like you're not even hey, look, man, you're not even applying what you have learned. Because you remember the story of David. What happened to David when he committed adultery with Bathsheba? The Lord rebuked the hell out of him and then killed his own son because he did what he did. The Lord, when it comes, the Most High don't play about that adultery, man. But this is Proverbs 16:32. Whosoever committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. And that's it. So he that doeth destroyeth his own soul. So for you to command a man to fuck another man's wife, dude, you're a piece of shit. That's some nigga shit, man. And I show you a lot of men they never really grown in the truth. They never really let that old man go. They never really fully came into the knowledge, man. This is Leviticus it's Leviticus chapter 20 and 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adultery and the adulteress shall surely be put to death, and that's it. Well, regardless if you were joking or not, bro, you are esteemed on a high level to a lot of other men. And then these men hear their teacher, their leader, tells them that, under my counsel, I would have told Chris Rock to commit adultery with Will Smith's wife. So when one of your members go commit adultery, don't get mad at him. You can't kick them off the camp. You can't discipline them because you promote it. You said it out of your own mouth, even you joking or not. That's not a joking matter, because you have people that are under you that's gonna believe everything you say, because they're fucking reprobates. They're void of judgment. They don't know what the hell they don't know who the fuck they're following, and they're gonna Johnny Holland said we could commit adultery, and they're gonna go ahead and commit adultery. And I'm pretty sure ISBK is full of adultery, man. Just off what this man said. And we're gonna get the story of David, right? And this is 2 Samuel 11:1. And it came to pass after the year was expired at the time when the king go forth to battle, that David sent Jabad, Slaki, if I said that wrong, and his servant with him, and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon and damn, let me get the most Slaki. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a point. You can read the whole chapter from 11 on down. It goes on to 23. But I just want to grab a point. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I didn't want to make this long. Let me grab this word real quick. Besieged, like it. So besieged, but David tarried still at Jerusalem. And then when you go and finish it, you read all down to verses 27. It gets into it. And when the morning was past, David sent and fetched her to his house, and she became his wife, and bare him a son. But the thing that David had done displeased the Lord, because ultimately when you read, David sent for Uriah the Hittite out to go out in the battle, front of the lines to kill him, because David already done committed adultery with Bathsheba before. So then David tried to get his Uriah the Hittite to lay with her, because he already knew he fucked up. He was trying to get her. He was trying to get him to lay with her. He got him drunk. Hey, go back to your house, to the wife of your house. He wouldn't go. He said, I cannot go. My men are at war, right? So David was like, all right, fuck it. So David put the order off to put him on the front lines and got him killed. And then David took Bathsheba, made him his wife, and that displeased the Lord. So that was adultery that David committed. And then now when you jump to the 12th verse, 2 Samuel 12:1, then the Lord says Nathan rebukes David. And the Lord, so it's just 2 Samuel 12:1. And the Lord sent Nathan unto David, and it came unto him and said unto him, there was two men in one city, the one rich and the one poor, referring to the rich man being David and the poor man being Uriah the Hittite. The rich man had exceeded many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing save one little ill lamb, which he had brought up, nursed up, and grew up together with him, and with his children. It did eat of his own meat and drink of his own cup, and lay in his own bosom, and was unto him as a daughter. And there came a traveler unto the rich man, and he sprung to take of his own flock and of his own herd to dress for the wayfaring man that was come unto him, but took the poor man's lamb and dressed it for the man that was come to him. And David's anger was greatly kindled against the man, and he said to Nathan, as the Lord liveth, the man that have done this thing shall surely die, and he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and because he had no pity. And Nathan said to David, thou art the man. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul. So now things got, because now David cut himself. And then Nathan let it out, man. That was a raw rebuke. That wasn't, amen. The spirit jumped on, because the Lord was pissed. So whatever the Lord felt, however the Lord felt about David that time, Nathan, the same emotions jumped on Nathan. So Nathan was yelling at David. He was getting at him, man, because what he did was wicked. And I gave thee thy master's house and thy master's wives into thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would have given unto thee such and such things. Wherefore hast thou despised the commandments of the Lord, to do evil in his sight? Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon. Now therefore the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised him, and hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife. Because when you read about David and Absalom laid with David's concubines, and also Absalom tried to kill David. Okay, so there was a lot of war within David's house, and also one of David's sons laid, I forgot his name, but one of David's sons laid with his sister. Okay, and then well, I think it was Abner. I think it was Abner laid with his sister, and then Slakia. But yeah, but like I said, there was a lot of war going on within David's house. Okay, so because why? The Most High said it for me. He said, "Look, I'm not going to set a sword within your house." It's like I lost the train of thought of the names. But anywho, now therefore the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised me, and hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up evil against thee out of thine own house. Okay, and I will take thy wives before thine eyes and give them unto thy neighbor, and he shall lay with thy wives in the sight of this son. For thou didst didst it secretly, but I will do this thing before all of Israel and before the sun. And David said unto Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. And Nathan said unto David, the Lord also hath put away thy sin, thou shalt not die. Howbeit because this deed thou hast given a great a cause. Wait, so like let me grab this word. Occasion to the enemies of the Lord to blame the children also that is born unto thee shall surely die. Because then now they were supposed to have a son, right? And now the Most High said your son's gonna die. So when the Most High don't play around with adultery, man. So when you do certain things, and the Most High is gonna put recompense upon you. You know, the Most High is gonna get back at you, man. That's how the Lord got at David. The Lord got at David through both his sons, Abner, okay, and I forgot the other one, man, Salakia. But he got the Lord got at him, man, through his sons. One had committed filthy act with his sister, laid with his sister, and the other one killed his went and tried to kill David and then laid with his concubine. Salakia, I forgot the names. Sometimes I don't know. Some things just be leave your mind. Anywho, but 2 Samuel 12:15, and Nathan departed unto his house, and the Lord struck the child that Uriah's wife bore unto David, and it was very sick. David therefore besought the Most High for the child, and David fasted and went and laid all night upon the earth. And the elders of the house arose and went to him and to Uriah and rose him up from the earth, but he would not, neither did he eat bread. Abner and Absalom, the one that came back to me. Absalom was the one who committed adultery. I mean, who took David's wives and it was having sex with him when all Israel could see it, and that came to pass. Abner had sex with his sister, which was close to kin, and then Absalom killed Abner. But then ultimately Abner ended up getting killed by his hair, and one of David's men killed Absalom because Absalom tried to kill David, and that's why the Lord said there will be a sword in your house forever. So, like I said, it'll come back to you. Like when sickers, like I'm saying real quick, sometimes you'll be talking and the Satan try to throw you off in the mind, but it'll come back to you through the spirit, man. It always does. But 2 Samuel 12:16, David therefore besought the Most High for the child, and David fasted and went into all and laid all night upon the earth. And the elders of the house arose and went to him to raise him up from the earth, but he would not, neither did he eat bread with them. And it came to pass on the seventh day that the child died, and the servants of David feared to tell him that the child was dead. For they said, behold, while the child was yet alive, we spoke unto him, and he would not hearken unto our voice. How will he then vex himself if we tell him that the child is dead? But when David saw that his servants whispered, David perceived that the child was dead. Therefore David said unto his servants, is the child dead? And they said, he is dead. Then David arose from the earth and washed and atoned himself and changed his apparel and came into the house of the Lord and worshiped. Then he came to his own house, and when he required, they sat with bread before him, and he did eat. Then said his servants unto him, what thing is it that thou hast done? Thou didst fast and weep for the child while it was alive, but when the child was dead, thou did raise thou thou didst rise and eat bread. And he said, while the child was yet alive, I fast and wept, for I said, who can tell whether the Most High will be great, will be will gracious to me, that the child may live. But now he is dead. Wherefore should I fast? Can I bring him back again? Shall I go to him? But he shall not return to me. And you know, that's it too. And with thing, hey, look, sometimes look, you can't with some situations, bro. You got pray on it, you fast on it, but there's nothing you can do about it. The scripture say, let the dead bury the dead. So David was in the right spirit, but ultimately but David went through a lot of David caught hell because of that same act of adultery. So why would you? So the ultimate thing of what I'm saying is why the hell would you even say that out of your mouth about adultery when David went through complete hell dealing with adultery? When you read 2 Samuel 11-12, David caught hell because of that, and then he had to deal with it within his own house between Abner and Absalom. So you know what I'm saying? So you niggas is going off, man. Y'all about to gonna destroy you dudes. All you niggas that ain't right, and I'm just gonna grab this real quick. This is Romans 15:3, and I'm gonna close on Romans 15:3. This is Romans chapter 15 in verses 3. We'll 4. Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. So, bro, this is right here. David's mistake is supposed to be something we're supposed to take to consideration and not do the same things as David did, because David fucked up bad, man, when he committed adultery with Bathsheba. He really jumped the ball on that, right? So this is Romans 15:3. For whatsoever thing were written aforetime written for our learning, that we through the pages of comfort of the scriptures might have hope. And that's it, man. So things that are written aforetime written for our learning. So the things that David did should be written for your learning to know. Hey man, I'm not gonna commit adultery. Hey, another man's woman come to me talking about and meet up with me. And it happened to me before, man. I was at a job, you know what I'm saying? And this woman had a man, she's living with the man and shit. I ain't know, but she gave me the fucking number, man. She was talking about, yeah, I got a husband. She said, yeah. She kept on talking like, no, I ain't dealing with you, man. I cut that bitch off, man. That's Satan. That's Satan, man. We don't commit adultery, man. That's fucking Satan, man. So you niggas is going off, bro. You obviously ain't reading the scriptures. You obviously aren't applying what you have read. So the most going to destroy you guys, man. So like I said, with that, I just want to give all praise to Abba Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. That's what that is. Shalom.